In this video we take a look at the top 20 strategy games coming in 2023. Manor Lords is a city building and real-time strategy game that offers a unique blend of medieval town management, tactical warfare and survival elements. In the game, players are tasked with building and managing a medieval town, whilst also fending off enemy attacks and managing their resources. The game's innovative town building system allows players to design and construct their towns with a high degree of detail, which adds to the game's immersion. The game's real-time tactical battles are another highlight, offering a high degree of complexity and depth. Players must deploy their units strategically and make split-second decisions, and adapt to changing situations on the battlefield. Manor Lords also offers a unique survival element, where players must manage their resources carefully, including food, water and shelter. Age of Wonders 4 is a turn-based strategy game developed by Triumph Studios that builds on the success of the previous games in the series. In the game, players must take on the role of a leader of one of the playable races, such as dwarves, humans or elves, and must build up their empire, expand their territory and engage in tactical battles with enemy factions. The game's diplomacy system is also well implemented, allowing players to form alliances with other factions or engage in political maneuvering to gain advantage. The game's replayability is also impressive, with a wide range of playable races and factions, each with their own unique abilities and units. This allows players to experiment with different playstyles and strategies, adding to the game's longevity. Homeworld 3 is a highly anticipated real-time strategy game developed by Blackbird Interactive and published by Gearbox Software. As the third entry in the Homeworld series, this game builds on the legacy of its predecessors and continues the story of the Kushan people as they navigate the galaxy in search for their home planet. Homeworld 3 offers a deep and challenging real-time strategy experience. Players must carefully manage resources, build fleets of ships and engage in intense battles against both alien forces and other human factions. The game offers a variety of ship types, each with their own strengths and weaknesses, allowing players to experiment with different strategies and tactics to achieve victory. Tempest Rising is a real-time strategy game that draws inspiration from the Command & Conquer series. Set in a science fiction world, the game takes place during a conflict between three factions, each vying for control of Earth. The game offers 2 story campaigns and an extensive multiplayer mode. The campaigns take players through different missions, each with their specific objective and challenges. The game also offers an extensive multiplayer mode, allowing players to compete against each other online or through LAN. Jagged Alliance 3 is a highly anticipated third installment in the Jagged Alliance turn-based strategy series. The game takes place in the fictional country of GameGen, where players are tasked with commanding the team of mercenaries on a mission to find a missing president and restore order to the country. As with previous games in the series, players must carefully manage their team of mercenaries, each with their own unique skills and abilities, in order to successfully complete missions and achieve their goals. The game's turn-based combat system allows for deep tactical decision-making, with players able to utilize cover, terrain and specialized equipment to gain the upper hand in battles. The Great Wall Western Front is a real-time strategy game with turn-based elements that puts players in command of armies fighting on the Western Front. The game offers a unique blend of gameplay mechanics, allowing players to experience both the fast-paced action of the real-time strategy and the tactical depth of turn-based combat. The game's real-time combat system allows players to directly control their units on the battlefield, while turn-based strategy elements give the players time to plan and strategize between battles. The game also features a campaign mode with a historical storyline, as well as a skirmish and multiplayer modes for endless replayability. Broken Arrow is set in a large-scale real-time battlefield, where players must use their tactical skills to outmaneuver their opponents and gain victory. One of the standout features of Broken Arrow is its army building system, which allows players to create and customize their units in various ways. This adds depth to the gameplay and offers endless possibilities for players to experiment with different strategies and tactics. The game offers a variety of modes, including single-player campaigns and multiplayer battles, adding to the game's replayability. Farthest Frontier is a survival and city building game developed by Great Entertainment. Players must balance the needs of their settlement with the challenges of the environment and must also collect resources such as wood, stone and food, whilst also managing their settlers' needs for shelter, warmth and entertainment. Crafting is an essential part of the game, as players must use their resources to create items and structures that will help their settlement thrive. One of the most compelling features of Farthest Frontier is the game's randomly generated world. Each playthrough is unique with different terrain, weather and wildlife to contend with. The game's survival mechanics are also challenging, as players must balance the needs of the settlement with the harsh conditions of the wilderness. Phantom Brigade is a turn-based tactics game developed by Tetragon Works that puts players in command of a squad of advanced mechs. Set in a futuristic world where humanity is fighting against a powerful oppressive force, players must lead their squad through a series of missions and battles to overcome their enemies and liberate the world. Players must manage their squad's equipment, tactics and movement in real time, with a unique twist that allows players to plan out their actions in advance and then watch them unfold in real time. The game also features destructible environments that add a layer of strategy to the gameplay. Xenonauts 2 is a turn-based tactical strategy game developed and published by Goldhawk Interactive. It is the sequel to the popular 2014 game Xenonauts and is set in an alternative universe where humanity is facing an alien invasion. Players take on the role of the commander of Xenonauts, an international military organization tasked with defending Earth from the alien threat. As the commander, you must manage resources, research new technologies, recruit and train soldiers and lead them in battle against the alien forces. The game also features destructible environments, which can be used to create new tactics and strategies on the battlefield. Terra Nil is a unique and refreshing city building game developed by Free Lives. Unlike traditional city building games, Terra Nil focuses on rebuilding and restoring the natural ecosystem in a post-industrial wasteland. Players take on the role of a restoration engineer tasked with revitalizing the environment and bringing life back to the land. Terra Nil offers a fun and engaging experience that challenges the player to carefully balance their resources and manage their restoration efforts. Players must strategically place buildings and utilize various tools and techniques to gradually restore the environment to its natural state. The game offers multiple biomes and difficulty levels, adding to its replayability. Company of Heroes 3 is a real-time strategy game developed by Relic Entertainment. Players can take on the role of an army commander leading their troops to a victory against the enemy. The gameplay of Company Heroes 3 builds upon the successful formula of its predecessors. Players must manage their resources, build their base, and deploy their troops strategically to achieve their objectives. The game features a variety of units, each with unique abilities and strengths, adding depth and complexity to the gameplay. Another notable feature of Company of Heroes 3 is the inclusion of a new dynamic campaign mode, where players can make choices that affect the outcome of the story. This mode offers a new level of replayability and immersion, as players must consider the consequences of their decisions. God is an upcoming single-player adventure strategy game developed by Covenant Games, set in a beautifully designed world inspired by ancient Celtic mythology. The game allows players to explore a mysterious and enchanted world filled with mythical creatures, eerie forbidden lands and strange phenomena. One of the key features of God is its unique blend of adventure and strategy gameplay. As players journey through the game's world, they will manage to grow settlements of people, each with their own personal stories and needs. This adds an interesting layer of depth to the game, as players must balance their exploration and questing with the demands of their community. Songs of Silence is a game that combines the elements of a 4x turn-based strategy game, an RTS and an RPG with card game mechanics. Players start by managing their kingdom, making strategic decisions about resource management, technology advancement and army building. As the game progresses, players explore the vast world, discovering new territories and encountering different factions with their own stories and unique abilities. Songs of Silence's strong point is its real-time battles, which are fast-paced and exciting. Players must use their heroes' abilities and card decks to outwit their opponents and emerge victorious. The game also offers a deep and rewarding progression system, where players can level up their heroes, unlock new abilities and upgrade their cards. Stargate Timekeepers is a real-time tactics game developed by Creative Forge Games set in the Stargate SG-1 universe. Players take on the role of a team of specialists who are tasked with unraveling a time loop mystery and defeating the Goa'uld threat. The game allows players to sneak their characters behind enemy lines and craft a perfect plan to complete objectives. In addition to the campaign, the game also features a multiplayer mode where players can battle it out in real-time tactics combat. The game features a variety of different factions and units, each with its own strengths and weaknesses. Men of War 2 builds upon the success of its predecessor, Men of War, by offering improved graphics, enhanced gameplay mechanics and a more immersive single-player campaign. The game offers a variety of units to choose from, each with their own unique strengths and weaknesses. You can equip your troops with different weapons and gear, including tanks, artillery and infantry units, and you can use cover and terrain to gain advantage in battle. Songs of Conquest is a turn-based strategy game developed by Lava Potion. It combines city building, exploration and tactical combat in a fantasy world. The game is reminiscent of classic turn-based strategy games like Heroes of Might and Magic and Age of Wonders, but with its own unique twist. In the game, players must build and manage their kingdoms while exploring the world, gathering resources, recruiting units and engaging in tactical battles with enemy factions. The game's city building mechanics are intuitive and easy to learn, but offer a high level of depth and complexity, allowing the players to tailor their kingdoms to their playstyle. Age of Mythology Retold is a remastered version of the classic real-time strategy game developed by Assemble Studios and published by Microsoft. The game was originally released in 2002 and has now been remastered with updated graphics, improved gameplay mechanics and new features. Age of Mythology Retold offers the same classic real-time strategy gameplay as the original game, but with improvements and new features. The game's campaign mode has been updated with new story elements and missions, offering a fresh take on the classics game storyline. Dune Spice Wars is a strategy game developed and published by Funcom, set in a rich immersive world of Frank Herbert's Dune. The game revolves around the control of a precious spice melange, the substance that is vital to interstellar travel and immortality. Players take on the role of one of the 5 major factions in the game, each vying control of the spice trade and destiny of the universe. The gameplay itself is a mix of real-time strategy and turn-based mechanics. Players must balance their economy, diplomacy and military strategy to gain the upper hand against their opponents. The game also introduces a unique storm mechanic, which can devastate entire regions and drastically change the balance of power. Frostpunk 2 is a city-building survival game set in a frozen world, where players must manage their resources, build structures and make difficult decisions to keep their citizens alive. The game's mechanics are challenging and require careful planning and resource management, as its harsh climate and limited resources make survival difficult. Frostpunk has been praised for its immersive gameplay, emotional story and a unique setting. The game's graphics and sound design are also noteworthy, creating a chilling and atmospheric world that draws the players in. Given the success and popularity of the first game, expectations are high for Frostpunk 2.
In which games are you really interested? Please put your thoughts in the comments down below and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video. Goodbye.